Hi guys.
We'll do a bit for Mondays as well if you want afterwards.
Chris, how is she?
Hey, I know.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Have you got a question? You can have the microphone.
Hi Chris, first of all, just give us your verdict on that.
Felt like we played football for about 5 hours there. I think the start, when you're walking out and you see 5 trophies, it's home to you who you're playing against and what they've achieved. So first of all, congratulations from myself and everybody at Sheffield United for the achievements that this football club, under the leadership of arguably the best manager and one of the greats, has done. And then it's game on, and you realise how difficult it is. Obviously, from our point of view, we were light in terms of Premier League experience, and a few of the boys that were missing as well. But what we weren't like was a fight of character, and that's delighted me since I've walked through the door. The players have shown that they want to learn. We have to have a structure. We have to have an approach. It's incredibly difficult, even for the top teams to come here. So, and not being defeatist for a team that's obviously having a little bit of a struggle and is not as strong from a terms of selection point of view to come here. We have to hang on in there. We have to ride out moments. We have to take big moments. Unfortunately, we didn't. We had a couple of those just back end of the first half. We still understand that it was going to be a difficult second half, but they stuck at it, and great experience for the younger players. Great experience for the likes of Trusty and Vinny Souza, who've not played at this level and not played at this arena before. Hopefully to learn and get better in the second part of the season.
As you said before, there's not a lot of Premier League experience in this group. They can take things from every game, can't they? They can take things from this. They can take that experience to go forward.
Yeah, there's no downside for this game today, and everybody, they're not daft. They understand who they're playing up against individually. They understand who they're playing against as a team and what they've achieved. And you can go one way. You can go and try and meet that challenge head on and do your best, or you can go out the back door. And I know there's plenty of teams plenty of teams that would have got done 5 or 6 in the form and the feel and the vibe around the place. Would have got done 5 or 6 today, and we didn't. And it's not a defeatist attitude. But it's one of a pragmatic approach to the game, and of course we try and take something from it. Great for the likes of Brooks, great for the like of Asula. Now, for me, it wasn't just regarding this game. We always knew it was going to be incredibly tough ask to go and get a result. Like I said, we've come here with a lot stronger squad and in better nick from a confidence point of view, from a balance point of view before, and found it incredibly difficult to get a result. And so obviously the comparison, but for me it's the overall 6 games now, what I've reflected on in there to the players, what they've given me, and what they've given themselves and what they've shown. I said after the first game against Liverpool, don't kid me, is this a one-off? And it isn't. It wasn't a one-off in terms of their attitude, and now what we have is time to work on the training ground. Hopefully some additions coming into the group, some boys that will be surplus to requirements, and precious time on the training ground where we can work away to make the team better in all aspects.
Touched on it there in terms of the relatively early goal. A day like this, a lot of teams would have gone on to lose. Does that say a lot about the character? I know the character's not in question, but does that show again what character this group has?
Yeah, I would say that if you asked every Sheffield United supporter over the last 6 games, what they've taken from the 6 games is that the team's got fight in them. And it's certainly, from my point of view, there's no hiding place out there. They wanted to get on the ball. You have to get the balance right. It's really difficult because they counter press better than anybody. If they lose it, and when they do, it's the very odd occasion. They get it back pretty quickly, and you have to be brave. So we tried to play a little bit more. We were a little bit loose in possession, and that's the attitude of obviously Man City and how they go about regaining possession from a tactical point of view as well, and an attitude point of view as well. And it's a tough afternoon when you come here, and obviously that was the case. Cheers.
The FA chief executive said that players could take legal action over the increasing number of games they're having to play. You talked about your squad there, and injuries how thin it can be sometimes. Do you understand that?
I really don't want to talk about stuff like that. I just want to talk about today's game, if I'm honest.
Well, it involves your players.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about the amount of games or whatever. The fixture list is there at the start of the season for us, and we have to deal with it, and we're dealing with it the best of our ability.
Richard, you said before the start it felt like you playing for 5 hours and it's a tough afternoon. Can it be very demoralising for players playing City as you see so little of the ball, and in the fact that the lads' concentrations never waver? Is that what?
Yeah, no, you can always take something from the game, and that was what we talked about before, the mindset of the game. Our approach to it. We have to go and enjoy it and embrace it. And I've said this before, if the club didn't want to go up last year, they should have lost the last 5 games of the season and not had opportunities. And we did a little bit this morning in terms of the journeys of players and where they've been and where they are now and where they started, and where they could be playing today and where they are playing today, which is at the Etihad in front of a full house, against the best team in the world. And when you're walking out and you've got those 5 trophies, it's got to inspire in a way, and I want them to and we've had to suffer today, but in a perverse sort of way, I wanted them to enjoy that challenge, who you're playing against and what you're up against on the biggest stage. And I enjoyed my team. I enjoyed watching my team today. Of course, they were going to suffer and not going to have the ball, and when they do give it away, they're quick to get it back. But these are great memories and great experiences for the players, the young players. Asula running up against Akanji and Nathan Aki and Carl Walker. Andre Brooks, who's a Sheffield boy, a young Sheffield boy who just broke in the team. He's up against one of his heroes in Carl Walker, and the journey that Carl's been on as well. So it's great, and there's other players there that this is their first time playing at this level. And, be together, stick to your plan, having to deal with, not only great individuals, but a great team that you're up against. Hey, Stu.
Chris, what was the mood like in the dressing room afterwards? Because I imagine, you're all wired, you want to win, but as you said, there's a realistic edge to it.
You just got absolutely spot on, Stu. You've got to get that balance right. I've got to get that tone right as well. Tone before, you can't show an unbelievable amount of Man City because you'll have sleepless nights, but you have to show enough to show what they're good at and how the small moments, opportunities you get where you can try to hurt them as well. So getting that balance right and getting the mood right. The mood was great before, which was good and allowed us. We're disappointed with the goal. There's a missed tackle in there, and maybe Jack needs to go and step into Rodri a little bit earlier, but he's found a fabulous finish as well. But they're disappointing because they're professional sportsmen and they want to get something from the game from a points total. But I think it's important that the messages that I give them are the right messages, and the right message today for me was to tell them regarding the 6 games that we've had: the Liverpool, the Chelsea, the Villa, the game today, and even the other 2 challenges that we've had, the Luton game and the Brentford game, and how consistent they've been, and that gives you an opportunity to improve. It gives you an opportunity to be competitive, which I believe, even the most critical of Sheffield United supporters would say that we have been competitive in every game. But it is a different sport that we're playing at, Man City when you're the likes of Sheffield United, and everybody will have their own way and view of how you go about it, and get up the pitch and get on the halfway line and make tackles, and they'll find a way. They'll play through you, they'll play over you, they'll play round you. They hit more diagonal balls. Ball from Rodri to Kyle Walker is on. They've got their answers to anything that you set up against. More so, Stu, to today in the change room afterwards was a reflection of the 6 games. Get rested. We've got a load of work to do in the second part of the season. We've got an important cup tie that we were going to go and attack, and then we've got Premier League games coming up at the back end of the window. Hopefully, in terms of personnel, we'll have the likes of Anel back, we'll have Gus back, we'll have McAtee back. The 3 huge players for us that walk into our team. Hopefully, we'll have Tom Davis a little bit closer, player that's got Premier League experience. Be more minutes for Reece Norrington-Davis and more minutes for Ryan Brewster. More minutes for Ollie Mack to get to recover from the injuries that he's had, and then on top, we're looking at bringing a couple, 2 or 3 in that will make the group stronger. So I 100% believe that the group will be stronger for the next time we turn out in a Premier League game, through time on the training ground, through personnel, through players that'll be available, and we go again and say let's have a right go in the second part of the season. Similar to how we have done approach this game. I won't let that standard drop in terms of an attitude and a commitment to the game. But we have to get better, being a better footballing team, if that makes sense, and I'm sure we will.
Does this feel like the end of the first phase then? Because it's largely been 2 games a week up to now. It's largely been 1 game a week. Into break.
Definitely, yeah. I think we've always been, always. If you looked at the teams that we've had, we've always got strong in the second part of the season. It's not a thing that we come out of pre-season and we're really good at the start. You want to be at a level, of course, but I think all the teams that we've had have got better in the second part of the season through the work that we do. Obviously, time has been at a minimum and a premium, and we have to make sure that we use that time really well and maximise that time on the training ground to make us better.
And for the lads who've never played against City before, it's obviously a different level, as you said. They'll all have seen them on the telly, but actually experiencing it firsthand, what sorts of things will the likes of Silva learn from?
Well, fantastic place to come and play, to come up against, decisions that they make, and for me, everybody talks about the ability tactically, the way they play. It's just the attitude of the players. The attitude of the players is first class. They want to run forward, they want to play forward, they want to run back, they want to recover, they want to go and get the ball back. So there's a lot of things that people talk about from the technical and tactical sort, teamwork that they do. But for me, it's that mentality and the physical aspect that allows them to marry up the other bits that. Allows them to put 5 trophies on the touchline to show everybody, me included, and our team, what we're up against today.
Do a bit of Mondays outside if anybody wants any more.
Cheers. Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Cheers, and you guys.